Did you know that the largest lake in California was not formed by nature, but by accident? With an unexpected turn of events in the early 20th century, the Salton Sea was birthed. It was 1905, a year marked by a catastrophic flood that rerouted the Colorado River, filling a desert basin and creating a water-filled oasis. The vast expanse of water shimmering under the desert sun was a sight to behold, and soon enough, it didn't remain a secret for long. People flocked to the Salton Sea, drawn by its allure and the promise of an idyllic lifestyle. It was a desert miracle, transforming into a glamorous retreat for Hollywood's elite and the hottest tourist destination in the West. The desert was no longer just sand and sun, it was the birthplace of an American Riviera, an oasis of luxury and leisure. And thus, in the heart of the desert, the Salton Sea, a utopian paradise, was born. But what happens when paradise begins to crumble? This is the tale of the Salton Sea, a story that takes a tragic turn with the onset of pollution. The once pristine waters began to deteriorate, tainted by the relentless flow of agricultural runoff. Fertilizers, pesticides, and other chemicals seeped into the sea, transforming its crystal-clear waters into a toxic soup. The sea, once teeming with life, began to choke under the weight of pollution. The environmental impact was catastrophic. As the water became increasingly toxic, the resilient species that once thrived here began to disappear. The vibrant fish populations dwindled, the birds that flocked here in droves began to perish, and the lush vegetation around the sea started to wither. As the ecosystem crumbled, so did the tourist industry that had flourished here. The Salton Sea, once the hottest tourist destination in the West, lost its allure. The vacationers who once basked in its beauty began to retreat, replaced by an eerie silence that echoed the sea's desolation. The bustling beaches and vibrant communities that once thrived here were reduced to ghost towns. Residents of the Salton Sea tell stories of loss and abandonment. They speak of a time when life here was idyllic, a time when the sea was a beacon of hope and prosperity. But as the waters receded and the sea's health declined, so did their dreams. They watched as their homes, once nestled in a paradise, were enveloped by the encroaching desert. They speak of the heartache of watching their community crumble, of the despair of seeing their once vibrant sea turn into a toxic wasteland. They talk about the exodus of residents as people deserted their homes in search of greener pastures. Their stories paint a vivid picture of the Salton Sea's fall from grace, a paradise lost to pollution, a community abandoned, and a sea left to die. This is the tragic tale of the Salton Sea, a stark reminder of the devastating impact of human interference on nature. As the sea receded, so did the dreams of those who once called this place home. Is it possible to salvage a paradise lost? In the heart of the Californian desert, efforts are underway to reclaim the Salton Sea from the ravages of time and human intervention. The restoration process is a long and arduous journey, but one that is driven by the unwavering determination of the remaining residents and environmentalists. They are guided by the shared vision of returning the Salton Sea to its former glory, a testament to its rich history and a beacon of hope for its future. Various initiatives have been set into motion to not only preserve the past, but also protect the fragile ecosystem. These measures aim to combat the toxic effects of agricultural runoff, to revive the biodiversity of the sea, and to breathe life back into the ghost towns that dot its shores. The resilience and hope of these individuals are truly remarkable. In the face of adversity, the spirit of the Salton Sea refuses to be extinguished. What can we learn from the rise and fall of the Salton Sea? It's a tale of ambition, grandeur, and a tragic, inevitable downfall. Born from an engineering marvel, the Salton Sea was once a beacon of prosperity, attracting the rich and famous to its shimmering shores. But beneath this glitzy veneer lay a fragile ecosystem teetering on the brink of disaster. The sea's descent into a toxic wasteland mirrors the fates of many natural wonders before it, a sad testament to the destructive power of human interference. It's a chilling reminder that our actions have consequences and that maintaining a balance with nature is not just desirable but essential. Now, the Salton Sea stands as a ghostly relic of its former glory, a poignant symbol of lost dreams and abandoned communities. Yet, even in its decay, it offers us a valuable lesson. The Salton Sea stands as a testament to the power of nature and a stark reminder of the consequences of our actions. As we look to the future, may its story serve as a cautionary tale.